Mima's TBT plot hole could be explained by young Sheldon's Missy twist. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. You palthau Missy's departure from home may cause chaos for the Cooper clan in young Sheldon Season 6. This turn of events may also covertly provide an explanation for a significant plot hole in The Big Bang Theory. Not all of the characters in young Sheldon are the same as those in The Big Bang Theory. While Sheldon's likable, everyday father is nothing like the philandering alcoholic that Sheldon and Mary portrayed in The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's mother Mary is less resentful in young Sheldon. These character changes, meanwhile, are nothing compared to the alteration made by another supporting actor between the series. The much-discussed Mima from Sheldon, who eventually appeared on The Big Bang Theory, resembled an older, more traditional version of Sheldon's mother Mary. Mima, however, was so drastically altered by young Sheldon that her brief appearance on The Big Bang Theory hardly recognized her. Mima from young Sheldon was clearly younger than her Big Bang Theory counterpart, but she was also a defiant live wire who, in spite of her advanced age, refused to be married. Even though Mima from young Sheldon had a kind heart, she was a bold, unafraid woman who threw caution to the wind at every opportunity. Even though The Big Bang Theory there may be a cosmic explanation for why this version of Mima was so different. Even though young Sheldon threw away Sheldon's greatest backstory, Mima's character change could have been included in the same spin-off episode. Missy commits her most significant act of teenage disobedience to date when she flees from home at the conclusion of young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 15, Teen Angst and a Smart Boy Walk of Shame. The consequences of this event could account for the shift in behavior between Mima's young Sheldon persona and the character's subsequent appearance on The Big Bang Theory. Young Sheldon's Mima couldn't continue to be a carefree, disobedient part of her grandchildren's life without being perceived negatively. Therefore, it would make sense if Mima realized this as a result of Missy's decision to move out. After all, Missy had worked in Mima's video store, which also functions as an illicit gambling establishment, during young Sheldon Season 6. Even though Mima was able to confront young Sheldon's primary antagonist when the church tried to shut her down thanks to this narrative, Missy continued to play a significant role in her life and got away with making extremely dangerous and unlawful decisions. Unless there is a deeper explanation for her attitude shift, it seems incomprehensible that the conservative Mima from The Big Bang Theory would be the same person as her young Sheldon self. Mima had to shift eventually, and since Sheldon was never going to grow up to be a disobedient teenager, it makes sense that Missy's departure from home might have been the event that changed her grandmother's perspective on life. Although Mima may be willing to take many chances herself, she has shown herself to be very protective of her grandkids. Thus, Missy's outbursts may alarm her. Missy's plotline has the potential to alter her grandmother's perspective. Much way Sheldon's Grant database tales established many of the peculiar characteristics of the Big Bang Theory characters, such as his infatuation with credit. Mima, who once served as a crucial counterbalance to Mary's worrying outlook, may start to resemble her daughter more when she starts to worry about Missy disappearing. Mima would find it difficult to stop Missy from acting rebelliously when she is involved in risky, unlawful activities, as evidenced by the fact that she had already sneaked away to attend a frat party just a few episodes prior. Georgie's years of adolescent disobedience are already finished during the 6th season of young Sheldon. With the exception of his excursion to a comic convention over spring break in Season 5, which he deemed the pinnacle of adolescent rebellion, it is unlikely that Sheldon will ever break bad. Therefore, it makes sense that Missy is the only character who could make Mima's personality shift between The Big Bang Theory and young Sheldon. This tale might be utilized to cover an awkward plot hole in The Big Bang Theory, as young Sheldon has yet to explain why Mima behaved in such a Big Bang Theory is full of lovable characters, hilarious moments, and heartwarming relationships. However, like any long-running show, there are certain plot holes that fans have spent years dissecting, trying to figure out what went wrong or what was left unexplained. One such mystery revolves around Mima, Sheldon Cooper's beloved grandmother. Fans have long wondered about the timeline of her relationship with Sheldon's grandfather, particularly as it seems to contradict some of the earlier backstories shared on The Big Bang Theory. But hold on, young Sheldon, the prequel to The Big Bang Theory, might have just provided the missing piece to this puzzle. If you've been following Sheldon's younger years in Young Sheldon, you'll know that the show has been slowly revealing intriguing details about the Cooper family and their complicated history. And in one of the most shocking and unexpected twists, a recent storyline involving Sheldon's twin sister, Missy, could actually explain that mysterious plot hole surrounding Mima's character. How? Let's dive into the details, because this could change everything you thought you knew about the Cooper family dynamic. Throughout The Big Bang Theory, fans were introduced to Sheldon's Mima, a tough but lovable older woman who clearly had a close relationship with her grandson. However, there were moments in the show that left fans scratching their heads. For instance, in Season 5, Episode 4, The Pants Alternative, Sheldon mentions that Mima and his grandfather divorced when he was just a boy. This caused some confusion, given that Sheldon had described his grandfather as a loving, supportive figure in his life. But it wasn't just the divorce that raised eyebrows. Mima's love life, or rather the lack of clarity around it, also caused fans to question certain details. It was unclear whether she ever remarried, if she had any other significant relationships, or what her romantic history really looked like. These unresolved questions surrounding her past left fans wondering if there was more to the story than the show was letting on. Fast forward to Young Sheldon, where we've been getting a much deeper look into the lives of the Cooper family before Sheldon became the neurotic genius we know today. That's when the Missy twist comes into play. If you've been keeping up with Young Sheldon, you may have noticed that Sheldon's twin sister Missy plays a much more significant role than initially expected. Though she's often portrayed as the more well-adjusted and social sibling compared to Sheldon, her storylines have recently taken a turn that ties directly into the mystery of Mima's past. In Season 7 of Young Sheldon, Missy begins to exhibit behaviors that seem remarkably similar to Sheldon's, particularly in the way she reacts to relationships and the idea of commitment. What's truly shocking, however, is the revelation about her own romantic history, which is heavily tied to Sheldon's family dynamics. Missy's journey of self-discovery and relationships takes a twist when it is revealed that she had a much deeper connection to her grandfather than previously thought. While this may seem like a small detail, it's actually a game-changer when it comes to understanding why Mima's story in The Big Bang Theory has always felt so inconsistent. Here's where it gets mind-blowing. The recently revealed plotline involving Missy's romantic entanglements and her understanding of love could be the key to explaining why Mima's relationships seemed so unclear. You see, Missy's interactions with her grandfather reveal that the family may have undergone some significant changes that weren't immediately obvious. In The Big Bang Theory, it was implied that Sheldon's grandfather was no longer part of the picture by the time Sheldon was a teenager. However, what if this was a result of a more complex situation involving Missy and her evolving relationships with family members? Could it be that Missy's own choices and the impact they had on the Cooper family led to the unraveling of the marriage between Mima and Sheldon's grandfather? It's a theory that fans never considered before, but it could make perfect sense in light of what's been revealed in the possibility for a moment. Missy, as the more socially adept twin, may have been involved in a series of events that unknowingly created a rift between her grandmother and grandfather. We know from The Big Bang Theory that Sheldon's grandfather was a significant figure in his early years, But what if his relationship with Mima had always been on rocky ground due to Missy's actions? Actions that she may not have even fully understood at the time. If we follow this theory, it's possible that Missy's evolving emotional maturity and her personal life choices inadvertently set off a chain of events that ultimately led to the dissolution of Mima and Sheldon's grandfather's relationship. This would explain why Sheldon's recollection of his grandfather's presence in his life seems somewhat disconnected from what was portrayed in The Big Bang Theory. In essence, Missy's actions in young Sheldon could be the missing link that ties everything together, offering a deeper understanding of why Mima's love life was so nebulous in The Big Bang Theory. And if this theory is true, it would not only fill in a significant plot hole, but also add layers of emotional complexity to both Missy and Mima's characters. If young Sheldon is indeed setting up this twist, it could have major ramifications for how we view Mima, Missy, and even Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory. It would provide a more nuanced backstory for Mima's relationship with her family, while also giving fans new insight into Missy's role in shaping the Cooper family's future. Moreover, this revelation could serve as a brilliant way to tie the two shows together more seamlessly, adding depth to characters who were once relegated to supporting roles. Imagine how much more interesting Mima's appearances in The Big Bang Theory could become with this new context in mind. The ongoing mystery of her romantic past might not be so mysterious anymore after all. In the end, young Sheldon might just hold the key to solving one of the most perplexing plot holes in The Big Bang Theory. By diving deeper into Missy's emotional growth and her relationships with family members, the show could have unwittingly revealed the truth behind Mima's confusing love life. This twist would not only explain the unresolved questions about Mima's timeline, but also enrich the overall Cooper family narrative in ways fans never expected. So, next time you watch young Sheldon, pay close attention to Missy's journey. It could be the clue that finally ties up the loose ends of Mima's story in The Big Bang Theory. After all, the best twists are the ones you never saw coming. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.